Hello, dear friends. Fisher here. Today we continue with our story and the book, "The Power of the Spirit" by Alfred Hosp, also known as Freddy in the book. So Bruno's giving a talk one day, and then he said, "Yes, my friend. Up to now, you have always believed that when difficulties arise, and then we go straight to Groning. He will soon put everything back in order again. But it is not as simple as that. I am certainly keen to help, and I even trust and have faith on your behalf as well. And when you yourselves are unable to do so, but please pay attention. That is, pay attention to the help you receive from God, and show that you are worthy of it. And when you receive healing, be continually thankful for it. Help always comes from God Himself, never from me. I am also not your dustbin, into which you can throw all manner of filth, while thinking, He will soon gulp it down. And who of you thinks of me as their dustbin? And then the people around him always got all embarrassed, and then they were in silence. And then after a while, Bruno said again, "What does none of the friends have the confidence to answer my question? Have none of you have such thoughts? Are you just too cowardly to admit to them here?" And then one of the friends picked up his courage and said, "Well now, Mr. Groning, I would not want to put it as bluntly as that. Naturally, we are very pleased when we receive help through you. But as a dustbin, no. I'm absolutely certain that none of us has ever thought such a thing. You can believe us on that one. And besides, we revere you too much." Okay, so this is the first part. So this is a little long talk by Bruno. So I'll do a second part later. So basically here is Bruno basically just say like, whatever the difficulties or whatever the trouble the people around him in, and then he'll come to Bruno and say, "Oh, Mr. Groning, please help me. Please help me with this. Please help me with that." And often we forget. We always ask others to make difference to our life. We ask others to help us. And the fundamental question we should always ask ourselves is, what do we do for ourselves? Yes, others can help us, but it's up to us to make the decision. It's up to us to make the choice. And first, we should always think, what and how should I help myself? If I don't even want to help myself, why you believe others should help you? We say, as I'm working in the medical field, and then we always say like, we can't make anybody walk if they don't want to walk themselves. So first you want to walk, and then you have the walking. We say you don't walk properly. Like we have lots of patients going through rehabilitation, largely elderly people. So basically, like if you want to get back on your feet, first you must have a will. You want to walk, and then you basically practice very hard. You try very hard on it, and then the physio will help you. There's walking aids, and then the OT will help you, and then of course like there's nurses, carers, they all will help you. But first you must help yourself to make the decision. As I see lots of my patients, I used to work in the practice as a registered nurse, and then they just basically don't have will, and then just say, I can't do this, I can't do that, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. And then sometimes I get really frustrated, and I ask myself, of course, in my heart, I said, what the hell can you do? You don't even want to help yourself 1%. And then you just come to your doctors, nurses, or whoever, you just complain. You're making a complaint. Excuse me, I'm being very honest and straightforward. You just want to make a complaint. You just, here is not good, that is not good. I got this disease, whatever, a medical term. And I don't want to focus on any disease. And then you don't even want to help yourself. You just blindly you're sitting there and then waiting for things to happen for you. I'm sorry, dear friend, it never happened. If you don't yourself don't want to make things good, and then nothing good will happen to you. So it's very important. So first and foremost, and you must help yourself. And then God's help is always there. And then people around you will always help you. Once you decide to help yourself first, and then the help will come to you. But if you just sitting there and waiting for everything to happen for you, I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. And then also Bruno said, please pay attention to the help we receive from God, and then make sure we're worthy of it. So basically, we first need to have the will to be helped, to be good. So, and then also we willing to walk on the good path, the path leading us to God first, and then God will help us. God, when I talk to my lots of religious friends, so they always believe God help us, God will always help us. Yes, the God is like make a comparison, it's the sun. The sun always gives light, but you have to open the window. You must open your door, otherwise you see nothing, you receive nothing. If you don't have the inner openness and then to the help, and then you will not get the help. You can't hold the bad thoughts, the evil thoughts inside you, and the willing, and then same time wishing God to help you. No, I'm sorry. You have to decide which master you serve. You have to first decide. So which path you're gonna walk on. And God only helps the one who helps himself. And God only helps the one who found the path to him. So first and foremost, we must find the path, which is we have very basic will to be good, to be well again, to be healthy again. And then the God helps comes. And also Bruno said that the help from God always comes from himself, never from him. He's talking about the divine energy. He basically, God is a generator, okay? Generates with the source of energy, the source of love, the source of divine healing energy, the source of health. So Bruno is like a step-down transmitter. Like we have a power station, and then we have all the transmitters, the cable line, and then we have the receiver, which is us, the household receivers. So basically God is the source, the power station, and Bruno is the transmitter, and then we are the receiver. And also always maintain connection to God, and then we can receive always. And of course here, and there's a gentleman stood up saying like, we never see you as a dustbin, Mr. Groning, but we always ask you for help, and then we owe you too much. That's right. So what's happening in life is, do you see the trends, and do you pay attention to the people, whatever things happen in your life, dear friend, is if you have a very capable person around you, and you always tend to ask him or her for help. If you have a person around you can't do nothing, you never ask help from him anyway. So you always have a tendency to ask help, and ask more help, and ask more. And that happens especially in the relationship. So if one party is very capable, the other party always tend to subconsciously and take more, and take more, and take more. Always ask more, and ask more, and ask more. Until the other party got fed up, saying, why you always ask me for help? Why can't you do something for yourself? Why you always ask me to make things happen? Why you always ask me to, help you this and that? And then what have you done for me? What do you help me? So always especially in a relationship, dear friends, so make sure you're not only asking and then you're not only taking, and then make sure you always give too. So this way we'll keep the balance. Nobody should only take from others, and then everybody must give. Okay, dear friends, so I wish you have a good day, and then we will continue with the second part later. God bless.